Welcome everybody to another live stream of the Ghost of Highbury. I'm your host Anton. Everybody, ladies, gentlemen, gooners, thank you so much for joining me for another live stream. Really appreciate it. It's time to pick our 11. Time to pick our 11. See who's going to make the cut. Like I said, like I said last week, no one ever gets it right. But I think that we are inching closer, and probably a few injuries and suspensions have made it a little bit easier for us to pick an 11. But with our management system, there's always going to be a monkey wrench tossed into the system. So we're going to do our best to be with you for about 45 today. Hope your day's going well. Happy Friday to each and every one of you out there. It's going well. It's winding down. Got a lot of cleaning to do. Did a lot of work. Getting ready for a function going down at my house tonight. So I gotta, to tap in with you guys. Pick my 11, see what's going on, and then get back to my family and things like that. I'm sure you guys want to go out, go hanging out, and just go relax. It's the end of the week. Get something to drink or something like that, and just chill with your friends in your family. Maybe you have a date. Maybe you haven't had one since the pandemic hit, and you got one tonight. So if you do, salute you. If you're new to the scene, my name is Anton. Like I said, this is the Ghost of Highbury, and this is a new show based on the East Coast of the U.S. that talks all things Arsenal. I'm not that big enough to let me mute this. What's happening here? Get this out of here. Yeah, do not disturb. All I need is for an hour. That's all we need. Yeah, let's get out of here. US based Gooner, big up to all of you out there. Not big enough to be talking about everybody right now. We are the Ghost of Highbury. We want to see our club return to glory. We want to see the product on the field and behind the scenes that we were promised when we left Highbury. So that's the premise of this show. I would love to have you, and if you would love to join the show, I would love to have you. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe. Join the Ghost. I don't have any fancy, secret squirrel only clubs yet or anything like that. Would love to have that, but we just starting off. We're only 3 weeks in to streaming on this thing, so I would love to have you. Please, even if you don't subscribe right now, maybe you're on the fence. Maybe you don't know, wow, do I need another live stream to commit to? I respect that. I have a lot of people that I like to watch and I follow and I make time for. So what I would like to say is just tap in. Let me know in the comments where you're from, why you love Arsenal. I'd appreciate that. I'd love that. Still trying to decide if I'm going to be able to do a live stream tomorrow during the game. I know that was kind of like my biggest engagement. I had a tremendous time, but I do have a family commitment at towards halftime. So even if I do, then I might have to cut it short. And I don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather just come in post game and then we can talk about it then, because that might be better. I don't want to cut off a live stream halfway and you guys are having fun, especially with the issues we had last week with Peacock and people's footage being cut out and things like that. So I might not do that. I might just schedule the live stream for after the game because I'll be done with my sort of family commitment by that time, and then we'll tap in and we'll talk. Hopefully it's a dub. Hopefully we're not holding any L's. We don't hold any L's around here for a long time. All right, we've had a couple. We've had to play a couple strong teams, one new team that we should have dusted off, but we didn't. But so we have a run of games that we should be winning. I don't care where they stand. We should, I don't care about where Tottenham is right now in the league. We should be dusting them off. So, so we have a good run of games, and I want to see us take a W in these next few. So that's what I might do. That's just a little housekeeping notes for you guys. So I saw something as I was looking. Because I know I wanted to do the lineup, but I wanted to see was there anything else to talk about. And they came out with the and I'll bring up the notes about the injuries and stuff like that. But to be fair, the only thing that's different is El Nini. I think that El Nini and Rob Holding are the only people who are going to be left out, even though I saw pictures today of El Nini and Holding actually practicing. They're probably just not up to speed enough to be counted. And to be fair, we won't miss them. We might miss their squad depth, for whatever reason. But, especially in the case of Holding, in case one of our guys goes down or something like that, that's kind of where you want them. In case something happens, you have somebody who could step up, who knows the game plan, and they won't, they might be a drop off in form or in quality. I'm saying not form, but there might be a drop off in quality. But, hey, at least there's not a person there who's never played or something to that effect. So in that sense, we will miss them. But I'm hoping, Norwich was a tough game and we didn't get any injury. So hopefully we can keep that streak going. I mean, I know right now health is just as important as form, because, in the case of someone like Thomas Partey, if we can't keep him fit, then it doesn't matter how good he is, right? If we can't keep Kieran Tierney fit, it doesn't matter what his potential is, or Bukayo Saka, or Emil Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard. That's really the only people who kind of get hurt every, or Gabriel. And speaking of Gabriel, let me show you a picture. And this is just a little bit of banter before we jump into making our lineup. But I saw this. I saw this a little while ago, and I was just like, "What is this brother's giving me like LeBron James vibes, man, with these cuts and stuff like that." Like, and I know, like, you see my hair and it's pretty long, and I'm probably talking from a position of like hair privilege or something like that. But some of you brothers, like, listen, I understand, I don't understand. I don't understand how it is to, for your hair to be thinning and losing your hair, you kind of holding on to it and stuff like that. But, like, I think rather than kind of holding on for dear life, sometimes you just got to cut it off because you just look cleaner. Right. But then some people kind of go the opposite route, where for like a day or two, they are just like fly. But then when that kind of vibe wears off, then you kind of left like, bro, but you just yesterday you look different. And so let me show you this picture before we jump into the lineup, because I'm just like, bro, how many times, how much are you going to hold on to this? Right? Like, just let it go, my guy. Like, seriously, let it go. So this is a picture of Gabrielle in training today, and big shout to Arsenal Presser. Follow them. I'll kind of highlight the things so you can kind of see, where to follow them. Big shout to them. I just gave them a follow myself. It was a new account. I've never seen it before. So, but this picture came across my timeline, and fam, what happened here? Like, this tomorrow, I guarantee you, when he comes out of the tunnel, this won't be here, bro. Like, this brother looked like he about to, like he stand there for Kid and Play. This is like house party 4. House party 4, like, Kid and Play go to London and join a football club because Sydney gets a job out there for Sky Sports. Like, what are we doing here? This is wild, bro. Like I know like LeBron James. Trying to think of some other people. Like Kate. No, I don't think KD does that. Some other people do this where like, like every time they get a fresh cut, they gotta do the like I don't know if it's like the airbrush or whatever. Like most people you see, they do like the airbrush on the beard. Like, like they're kind of missing. It's just like they get a little patchy, so they get like the airbrush and it keeps like the shape up straight. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being like straight patchy, they kind of do like the little airbrush a little bit to kind of fill it in. But fam, like just yesterday there was no hair there, right? And your hairline is not that straight, bro. And like, hey, it is what it is. You move to London, you gotta keep it fly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep, I rep, I understand you gangster, bro. I'm feeling you, but like it's just not me. And again, I know that I'm coming from a place of privilege, but come on, my guy. Like, just rock it, like do the LeBron, rock a headband or something, rock it, like just once it's gone, bro. Like, like look at your boy. Look at your boy that you're trampolining off of, right? This right here, this guy right here is Mr. Sauce. Right. This is Mr. Come on, doing, like this man, my man is Sauce. Like if you look up Sauce in the dictionary, that is your boy down here. And you see what he did, like in Lyon, and when he first came here, he had to fly shape ups. They all go to my man, with the gold man that does all the in London does all the clean haircuts and stuff like that. The famous brother, I don't know his name. But at a certain point, you see my man now. He rocking a Thierry Henry now. Like Thierry was the same way. Like at a certain point, when it leaves, you gotta let it go, my guy. You gotta let it go. And you see my man. You see Lacazette. Like he keeps the beard thick and shaped up and trimmed up and looking good. But up top, it wasn't doing it no more. So he had to let it go. Gabrielle. I know you're pretty young. You're only 23 years old. I know you probably like, damn, like it's leaving already. I get it. But like you came to work today with a high top fade, bro, like completely intact. Like what are we doing here though? Like I said, I'm just giving him a little bit of roasting. It's not, like it is what it is. I still like him. He's a great player. Hope hopefully this is an indication of what he's going to be doing tomorrow. Hopefully he didn't hurt Laka here. But hey, like I love his intensity. I love everything about him, except that haircut, bro. Like lay off the airbrush, bro. Like it's so good. Like if you're losing it, you losing it. It's a natural thing, bro. And again, I know I'm talking from privilege, but no, my God, that's not it. Anywho, let me let me get out of there. I just thought that was funny. I just thought that was funny. So I thought I just saw that and I was just like, wow, like bro, like just come on, my God, come on. You know what? I need to do. I have this thing back here where I get, I'm gonna throw some sounds and things like that, just to keep it light, like like we talking about Arsenal. It's our club, we love it, but we gotta keep it light. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets roasted every now and then. Today, I just saw that picture. And I'm like, fam. I wonder, like in the club, like in the locker room or the dressing room, as they call it over there. Like, what's the vibes? Like, what did they talk? Like, did he come in today and the bum ain't like, fam, like, because that happened to Holding. Holding came in looking like Prince Charming when he came in from Bolton, and now like. You need to be on that headband game. You need to be on that Wimbledon. And I ain't talking about center court. You know what I'm saying? You need to be, like he lost it, bro. And he's rocking hats. Like I saw the thing he did for I think that the bar's called the Toilenton. And so yeah, I mean he rocked the hat halfway, like all the way through there. He was like, nah, Brian, ready. And I get it. If you want to rock a hat, but you can't rock one. I think keepers can do that or something like that for Son. I don't really know the regulations and the rules on that, but I know the keepers can do that. But nah, bro. Like so, just cut the baldy, bro. Get a tan. Once you tan it up, you're good to go. But then, I know these days, these brothers got money. They want to get like the implants and stuff like that, but that takes a while. It takes a while. So maybe that's probably what Holden's getting. I saw some people bantering him about him missing the game because he had to go get the surgery done. That's just banter. It was pretty funny, but it's just banter. But sometimes when things happen, you get roasted like that. So it is what it is. So anywho, let's hope you got your water. I know if you're watching this across the pond, it's probably a little bit later, so you can probably get your beer or whatever like that. Get your wine. If you like me, it's in the middle of the day. It's 3:00. You might do another coffee. I know I'll do one. Because it's gonna be a late one. And then we gotta wake up early for the game tomorrow. So it's gonna be a late one. So I'll be kind of recharging on the water. Then I'll probably hit the coffee right back. But like I said, I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Who's emailing? Make sure they're good to go. But I ain't gonna take too much of your time up. Let's see, we're 20 minutes in. And so I'll probably keep about another 20 minutes and we'll jump out of here. What's this? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, fam. Thanks for tapping in, but I'm good. So let's jump into the squad selector and let's pick this team. So this is what I use. I have the other one, but I just I need to save it in my bookmarks. That's what I need to do. I need to save it in my bookmarks so that because I get to this point and I'm setting up everything and I'm doing, my housekeeping and this like that. And I always forget the site. And so this is kind of like my backup right here. So I know I've had issues with StreamYard, sort of like the cache keeps expiring and like it's dropping the site. So hopefully that doesn't happen in the middle. So let's get through this. Let's build the team and then let's build the team and then let's talk about it. So starting off from the back, I got Ramsdale. I know that we might we'll touch on this tomorrow, like I said, after the game. But I've seen some things, and and I need to read a little bit more for context. Where I tried to said that Ramsdale's going to start, and Leno's going to have to work hard to get his place back, and that's the way it should be. If that's the case, that's great. You said that, but you've been saying it for a while, and that's not necessarily been the case with everyone. So I need you. I don't mind that sentiment, right? It should be keep that same energy with everybody because you sort of didn't do that with William last year. So keep that same energy, my guy, when you talking about when you're talking about these players like that, because you have to be you got to be consistent with that. So anywho, I'm picking Ramsdale. I have no issue with keeping him until he botches it. And tomorrow will be a bigger test. Tomorrow, like we always talk about on this podcast with keepers, he's really going to have to the two things that he does well. This is a game right here where they're going to have big, strong, tough, durable, dark artsy kind of guys that they're playing against. The things that he does well, he commands his box well, and he passes well with his feet. He's going to have to really push himself towards his limits during this game, because if he doesn't, they're going to be boxing him out and holding and this, that, and the third. And if he's not on it, they can easily, off of a second ball or third ball or deflection or something like that, creep one in. That's what they're counting on. They haven't. I checked I don't even know how many times they score. I think I don't know if they've even scored at all. They probably have, but we'll check that out towards the end when I'm done picking. But yeah, so he's got to keep that going. I mean, I would like to see him get this run of games up into the North London Derby. I saw that there was something about some guy in Germany, one of these in the nose, saying that Arteta promised Leno that he would, just rest him and then put him back for the North London Derby. That would be a garbage if that's the case, because if you're playing well and if we get 2 clean sheets leading up to the North London Derby and then you drop the guy, what are you doing, fam? You're going to lose the kind of the faith that you're kind of trying to rebuild. You got some embers right now. You don't have a full flame at all or anything like that. You got like small little amber embers going right now. And if you and bringing Ramsdale in at all was sort of, no one wanted it except you. Like, we know now that you pushed for it, right? We know this now. Okay. It's multiple reports that have come out and you pushed for it. If he gets another clean sheet and then you swap him in a North London derby for no reason, it's not a good look, man. You're going to have more people questioning your man management, and that's not what you need. So keep him in. Unless he comes and botches it, then we can cross that bridge when we get to it. But if he commands his box and he pings balls and gets us set on the counter, and he does, makes big time saves and all the stuff that he looks like he's capable of doing, you can't drop him. Let's go right back. And so for here, I think this lineup's probably I'm gonna be a little bit liberal with my lineup, just because I want to see some of these guys doing some stuff, right? I'm gonna be very, very picky, right? I want to see. So here we're not gonna go too crazy, but I want to see some stuff. So I want to see Tomiyasu at right back. Because we're doing 4-2-3-1. Because we're doing 4-2-3-1, I want to see Tomiyasu in there because of his size, his strength, his commitment, and his courage. I think that he's, it's early days, but he showed me right out of the gate. You hear this so much. Oh, he needs to get adjusted, man. He needs time. He needs to do this. This brother came right in off the plane and was ready to rock and roll, ready to work. He didn't want to hear nothing. He put him in. He said he was fit and ready to go. And he represented, like, could he last the entire game? No. Right? But he did what he needed to do. And that's what I want to see from these players. So Tomiyasu's in at right back to me. At right side at center back, of course, we have young Benjamin White. And, I've seen some people say, like, get him out because he's too small. They're going to target him. He's going to do this. You're going to do that. There are not a lot of tall center backs, not extremely tall that you're just dominating. Some people go based on technique, positioning, things like that, right? If you're here in America, think about Dennis Rodman, right? Dennis Rodman wasn't the tallest person, the strongest person, the quickest person, the most technical person, right? But when it came to rebounding, right? Position, skill, commitment to excellence helped him become one of the best defensive players and certainly the best rebounder the game of basketball has ever seen, right? So you don't necessarily need to be some giant to do this and do that. If you position yourself in the right way, if you box out people, if you anticipate, you work on that because you understand your maybe your physical limits, and you make up for that in other areas, you can still be dominant. Okay. So, I know some people dropped him because they're going to target him, and Tomiyasu can't bomb forward because he has to help Ben White and this and that. Like, no, you never know, right? You just never know. Left side at center back has to be my man Haircut here. It has to be Haircut here. It has to be House Party. It has to be Kid and Play. Gabriel, gotta be. And he looked good. Hit the first half. I would say the first 30 minutes or so, he was a little shaky, but he was where he was supposed to be, right? In the second half, he turned it up and shut down shop and saved us from having to share points. So yeah. I would have Gabriel in there. Here at left back. Now, I know Kieran Tierney should pick himself, right? But hear me out. He hasn't played well. And I'm not in the know enough to know why. I just don't understand why he's not playing well. Now, should you drop him? I don't know. Is he exhausted? Is he overcompensating for some sort of niggling injury that he doesn't have? I mean, that he has? I don't know. Right? Um, I'm not gonna put Nuno in, but I would understand if he started, is what I'll say. Yeah, I just don't get what the issue is. Is he confused about attacking and defending? It's really the defensive part, and that's why I probably wouldn't put Tavares in, because we know that Kieran Tierney on his day can defend. He has the pace, he has the awareness, he has the skill to defend and attack. But what we do know about Nuno Tavares is that he is not a good defender at all, right? If we needed a goal and it was late in the game or something like that, and they took Tierney off, maybe, they just weren't worried about, they were going to move these, Gabriel, Ben White, and Tomiyasu into a 3 or something like that. And they just needed like that left. They wanted to go to wing backs or something like that. I could see them putting Tomiyasu. I could see them putting Tavares in because he just gets forward very well and is very, very, very good technically. But I just, defensively, especially, I don't care that my left back can't put in crosses, only if we're going to keep going to him. Hopefully, I mean, that's what I think we bought Martin Odegaard for. That's what we bought him for, to create these passes. We didn't buy Tierney to provide all of the assists for our club. So I got Tierney in there for now, but I think if this trend of him putting in like 5s and 6s comes, then I think that you have to at least give Nuno a shot. The two here picked themselves. I know that there's been some rumors about Partey not being fully fit and not lasting through all of the trainings. So I don't know if he's going to start, but I would probably say that he won't finish the game. And so that kind of, that's kind of a conundrum, because I don't know if really have 3 center backs, because the other 2 are out. Now, again, I saw El Nini practicing today, so maybe he might make the bench, but Granit Xhaka is suspended, so he can't be there. So yeah, so we have to, it's a toss up between the 3 of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Sammy Lukaku, and Thomas Partey. And I think with Thomas, I think it's whether he is going to start or he's going to do another cameo off the bench. I don't know. I'm going to put him in my start. I want him, if they have to bring him off late because he can't complete the 90. I understand. And then I also have heard people say, well, this game isn't as important as the North London Derby, and if we lose him, we don't have him for the Derby. That's a bigger deal. And I respect that opinion. However, I think that thinking past Burnley is dangerous in our position. I don't think we have the luxury of kind of thinking past Burnley, because we could easily go out there and they do us. Right? That could absolutely happen. So I think that if he's pushing the play, and you can monitor him, that's what you have. That's a professional club will. If you see something going on that doesn't look good, pull him. Right? Even if he only makes it to halftime, pull him. Right? But if he wants to play and he wants to get out there, let him get out there. Right? So and I think that with him, with Partey starting a game, in a combination with the other 2 midfielders we have, we can easily put the game away early. The evidence says that we won't, because we never score, but we absolutely could if everybody was on it. So I'm putting them in. And at the other side, I'm going to put Sammy Lukonga. I would put Sambi Lukonga. Is going to go in there. Again, he hasn't. I personally think that Maitland-Niles played better last game. But I think that with this whole Thomas Partey thing, they might think that they need him, to be. I would say start Partey, and if you needed Ainsley Maitland-Niles at like the 65-minute mark or the 60-minute mark or something like that, then that's when you put him in, and he's has enough energy, has a lot of energy. Versus what they did last time, where they kind of moved, they subbed him off for time. When they moved Tamiyasu, they subbed him and moved Maitland Niles to right back. Ainsley then looked tired, right? And so if he's not, ready to pull double duty, then I would rather have him as a sub coming off the bench and providing that energy, strength, technique, all the things that Ainsley has. I would rather have it in the second half if we're nursing like a 2-0 or something like that. We're just trying to see the game out. And so, yeah, that's why I would have them too. And Lukonga hasn't really done anything wrong to warrant a dropping. I would actually want to see him step up so that we can, so that when Granite does come back, unfortunately, he gets to come back from North London Derby because we play Wimbledon midweek. And yes, we will do a live stream of that. I have to check the time, but I'm pretty sure I will be available for live stream in that game against Wimbledon. And so I want to see Lukonga put in a performance that makes him say, okay, well, I know Granite's back, but no, they're doing too good. I'm not going to change anything. That's what you want. All right, let's move up top. Let's move up top. So here's the selection headache, right? And so I saw something the other day, and I don't know if you saw it too. Somebody posted something on Twitter that effectively said that like every time Bukayo Saka has played extremely well for us and for England, it's been on the right. And that intrigues me, right? Because at the same time, I think that Pepe is undroppable on our team's current form. Because I think that like if you ranked people on their club on the most likelihood to score scale, then I think that Nicolas Pepe would be number one, right? Bukayo Saka, I know all these kids are exciting. Emil Smith Rowe, Lukonga, I know these guys are all exciting and they're doing well, right? But they don't put the ball in the back of the net. And that's just the name of the game. Nicolas Pepe does. That's just the long and the short of it. But taking those two things in mind, I would at some point, and I'm going to put it in my lineup just like that, I would like to see Pepe move to the left because I think he can play anywhere. To be honest with you, just like Saka can play anywhere. But it seems like when I don't know if it's a coincidence. I don't know if he feels more comfortable. I don't know if teams just play him different when he's on that side. But they're right. He's put in some tremendous. I think about when he played Chelsea. I think about when he played in the Euros. He played on the right. I think and I think about that and I say, wow, okay, so, okay, let's just say if Pepe is a 10 out of 10 from the right, but he is a 9 out of 10 or 8.5 out of 10 on the left, and on the left, Saka is a 7, 7.5, and on the right, he's an 8.5, right? I'd rather have Pepe being a 9.5 or 9 and Saka being an 8.5 if I switch them, right? And I don't know why Saka can't. I mean, he did well against West Brom, but again, that's West Brom. So but he just put himself in good positions against West Brom. So I'm gonna put them in as if they're inverted. So I'm gonna on this right hand side, this right midfield spot, I'm gonna put Saka. This midfield right here, I'm going to put Martin Odegaard, of course, right? And then on this left side, I'm going to put Nico Pepe, right? And I don't know how it'll work, right? So again, I'm taking a gamble here. I haven't taken a gamble with anyone else before this, right? But I think something needs to be done where we are consistently. I mean, we put in 30 chances last time and we didn't score. We just scored one goal. So the natural way can work. It can work, right? Depending upon who you play against. But I just want to see. I need more out of Bukayo Saka. I think Pepe has found his level, and he's going to consistently put in 7s or better. I can't see Pepe dropping a stinker anytime soon, right? Just because literally we don't have a lot of games, and he's going to play. He's going to play the vast majority of those games, and he probably won't get that exhausted, right? And so, I mean, maybe in the second half after he goes to AFCON and all that traveling and all that stuff, he might, he might start to get a little bit fatigued. But through this first half of the season, I don't see him getting exhausted. I see him being just as dangerous every single game. And if he can play anywhere, but Saka is especially dangerous from the right, why not make the change? And then Odegaard, I need to see him get more involved. And I know that Burnley's probably going to sit back and absorb some pressure, but these are the times where you need to tend to kind of unlock that door, lock that defense to get some of these guys in. And then up front, of course, we got Alba. Yeah. And so that's my lineup. I think that Aubameyang if we go as Aubameyang goes. If Aubameyang's banging goals, then we probably don't have any issues. But if he's not, we're gonna find ourselves in deep, 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 deep trouble. So yeah, so this is my lineup. This is kind of similar to one last week. I know Martinelli, I know ESR, but I think they're impact players at this point. I know Balogun, and Balogun did well. In the under 23 games, banged one goal in under a minute, right? Banged the first goal against Man United in under a minute, and then banged another one there towards the end. And I know he has quality in him, but again, he's one of those players. He's one of those players where, like, I would like he's he can play for the U.S. team. I don't know if he's picked. I don't know if he's picked a. Sorry, if you hear my dogs, my kids are coming home from school and they get excited. And so, if you have the opportunity, I would like to see Balogun come to the MLS and play. And I know that's, I get it, right? Right. But if he has an opportunity to play for the U.S. and in the U.S., I'm going to tell you, I am not the encyclopedia of knowledge on the United States men's football team. However, when I do watch, and I do at least watch most of the games that come on, we don't have a striker. We don't have someone who, like, in a position that, like, not since Jose Altidore have we had anybody who I was confident that if the ball dropped to them, they were going to put it in the back of the net. And so we need someone. And I think that, like, if Balogun went to the team, it would kind of accentuate this kind of young core, this kind of young team that they're kind of rebuilding and priming for the World Cup, if we even make it to the World Cup, because they just didn't impress these last internationals. They did not impress at all. And so I think that he should come to an MLS team and play week in, week out. And I think that he would, I think that he could develop a lot faster than playing in the under 23s and then practicing with the guys in London. Come to DC United, go to New York, go to Chicago, go to Columbus, go to LA, go to one of the LA teams, go to Miami, go somewhere and make it an impression. Right? Play with some men. Play week in, week out. So go to a place where you're going to get picked. Right? To be fair, I would say the same thing with Martinelli. Right? I think both of them have the juice to do what, to make it, but not right now. Not in the Premier League. I mean, they both have had their opportunities. I would say Martinelli's probably had more than Balogun, but it's clear that if Martinelli played in the under 23s, it would be a slaughter, right? When Balogun plays in under 23s, even though they play with adults sometimes, in the case of Man United, play with people who are well over 23, he dominates them. So it's clear that they are not at that level. But why sit on the bench and wait for your moment if you don't have to? If you can play week in, week out and force the manager's hand, Go somewhere and destroy the league. Why wouldn't you? Or are you just gonna you just love London that much? Oh, I can't leave my home. Why not do that? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you do that? So yeah, so again, that's my lineup. I would love to. I mean, I think that if you were being, like if I was being real crazy, I would put. Is that gonna work? No, it's not. All right, let me put Pepe back over here. Okay, so I would move Saka there, right? And then I would replace Saka with Martinelli. All right. And so I think the thing is that you lose with Martinelli is he's not as much of as a all around player as Bukayo Saka is. I mean Martinelli is a winger or a striker. Saka can play anywhere. I mean, I think you can drop Saka in the midfield and he'd do his thing. I mean, I just think he has that much potential. And so if you wanted to say all right, well, Saka hasn't played as well as everybody thought he would, but I think that he's tired. I think that maybe his brain might be sharp, right? But I think his body is not used to as many minutes as has been played in the past year. And so if you wanted to leave Saka and ESR as a sort of impact duo, you could do that by starting Martinelli and getting him some minutes. You might see them give way. Martinelli might come on because of his energy and enthusiasm and directness. Burnley might be burned out, 60, 75 minutes in the game. And, having ESR Martinelli come running at them, that might present like a chance for us to hit them on the counter. So you never know, but this is my lineup. Let me know yours. Can you tweet from this? Let me try. Let's try. Get a little circle thing. Okay. Well, can I hit Twitter? Go to Twitter. Here's my lineup. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hit tweet. Boom. And I left Gabrielle in there. It's there. So we'll see. And that's probably caused some problems. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I probably, I'm sure Bukayo will start. I'm sure. But if you wanted some impact people who could run at the defense when they're a little tired, I mean ESR and Martinelli are your guys because that's their game. They like to run at people. So let me get that out of here. We're done with that now. I don't need to share my screen no more. Stop screen. So that's it. Where we at? Oh, we're right on time. Boom. Okay. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do today. Happy hunting to the team tomorrow. I'll be cheering them on just like you will. Do me a favor. If you're on Twitter, I'm right here. I'm at Highbury Ghost US on Twitter. Do me a favor, tap into Twitter, go and talk to me. Let me know, what your lineup's going to be. Let me know and talk to me during the game. I'm active across Twitter during games and stuff like that. I'm deeply into the games. If you don't know, then go back and watch the live stream when we live stream the Norwich game, and that'll show you how I feel about my club. And so, like I said, because of this this previous commitment that I have, I won't be available to do the entire live stream during the game. So what I will do is probably do the recap shortly after, probably an hour or two after the game, and we'll do player ratings. We'll talk about what we thought about the game because I'm probably going to have to come home and then rewatch the second half of the game. That's probably what's going to happen because I need to do something at like 11 o'clock our time. The game starts at 10 o'clock a.m. our time. And so I'll be just starting my engagement as the second half starting. So I'll probably miss that and have to record that. And then I will come home, watch the second half, and then prep and then we will discuss the recap of the game. Hopefully, it's a dub. Hopefully, it is a dub. I don't like I said, I'm not holding any L's, man. This team and this management has talked a lot of trash about turning corners and stuff this week. I don't want to see any L's. Like if something weird happens, like somebody slides in, gets a red or something like that, or like you know what? I don't want any excuses. I want a dub, flat out. They're below us now, right? And they were where we were, right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no excuses. I want 3 points or we riot, right? I want 3 points or we riot. So that's it for me today. I'm gonna tap out. Thank you so much for watching the Ghost of Highbury. I would love for you to join the Ghost. Please do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're on Twitch, do your thing. I get my right now. Twitch, you leading their way. Twitch is killing it right now for me. Right? YouTube, come on now. I know. Listen, I know you got your favorites, right? And to be fair, they're my favorites too, right? But if you want a little something different, if you want to get in on a place on the ground floor, right? If you want to see something that a seed that you plant grow, and knowing that you helped start it, knowing that you helped create it, right? If that's you, you're looking like, wow, like I see people engage with these people online and stuff like that. It's really cool. I wish I was one of them. I post comments, no one ever reads them, this, that, the third. Like I want to get on something on the ground floor. Now is your opportunity to get in to get in on the ground floor of a channel that loves Arsenal. And it's called The Ghost of Highbury. And it's starring your boy. Okay? Starring your boy. Right? So help a brother out. Like the video, subscribe, and let's grow the Ghost. I really, really enjoy this. I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm going to attempt to stream just about every day. But to be honest with you, some of the stuff that like the guys across the pond think that's like, oh, we need to talk about this. Some of that stuff, it just don't hit me like that. I don't need to like, oh, well, the manager said this, right? A lot of times it don't hit me like that. I'm just like, you know what? That's because over here, I don't expect to get much out of our managers here in American sports. And I know it's different over there. But I don't really. I want to see results on the field. That's it. That's all I want to see. What they talking about? Like sometimes they say things that I'm just like, why are you even talking? Like I wish you guys were more like the coaches here, because when you open your mouth, maybe the coaches here know that like the more you open your mouth, the more you can put your foot in there. Right? You got to sometimes you got to chill on that talking, right? And if you are going to talk, have something valuable to say. And a lot of times it seems like these guys are talking just for the sake of talking, and it's not doing the club any good. So sometimes some of the things that are happening, or people are doing whole live streams on like rumors and this and that. Sometimes that's just not. It's not interesting to me, right? I'm not that big that I got to feel like, oh, I got to talk about this. No, I mean, if it's not interesting to me, that means it's probably not interesting to you, right? And so so I will attempt to stream as much as possible. And then if you, the Ghost, I'm talking to you, the people who like and subscribe these videos, decide that you like, let's talk about this. Let's get on screen. Let's jump in chat and let's talk about it. Then we can cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, I like to save it for things that are like, yes. This is going to make a direct impact on how we move forward, right? Then we'll go there. So with all that being said, I'm gonna jump and go, hang out with my family. It's the weekend, right? And then we will be together tomorrow to review the game. It's been real. I love you guys. Stay up. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. And then hopefully we enjoy our Saturday. And I'll see you tomorrow on the Ghost of Highbury. Peace.